Boom, and we are live with another episode of the Brown Water Banter podcast. My name is Jared Seymour.
My name is Joey Case.
That's right. We got a great show for you lined up this evening, man. We got the boys here from Deep Water Mafia. We've had Marcus on the show before. We have Heath sitting down here with us, drinking some cold beers. There's a little bit of bourbon on the table. It's Friday evening. We're starting the weekend off, and I got a feeling that this episode is going to be a pretty damn good one. So I hope you're ready to hang out with us. If you're watching on the live stream, man, throw us a comment down below. Ask your questions. If you've ever want to know anything about spearfishing,
it's about to get it on.
Yeah, this episode is going to be the one to do it. But we got to mention before we get rolling into all the goodness here, the people that bring you the show, man, the people who support us. That is right here, first, right out the gate, the one who's been with us the longest. Dr. Robbie Williams and his friendly staff right here. You're looking at him in the picture, man. Southern Magnolia Smiles. They're on Instagram and Facebook. Just look them up at Southern Magnolia Smiles. If you're local here and you're looking for a great local dentist, they're located on Washington Avenue in Ocean Springs, man. Go check them out. Joey and I both use them. We couldn't say anything more good about them. Even if they weren't the sponsor of the show, man.
Yeah, we'd still use them.
We'd still use them. Check them out on their regular website, southernmagnoliasmiles.com, and give them a call. Schedule that appointment at 228-215-1202, man. And we appreciate them supporting the show as long as they have. And we're going to keep supporting
the OGs.
OG sponsor right there.
That's it.
Next, coming up, Hill Tree Marketing. You've heard us mention them before, man. Jesse Hill and his team. These are your digital guys. They do photography work, cinematography. They got a drone they can fly over your business. If you need a website, they can create it for you. Here's his team. That's Jesse right there in the blue shirt with his arms crossed there smiling because he's super happy because he put a great team together. He's
winning all kinds of medals and awards.
That's
and
right.
Everything.
That's right. He entered us like we're going to keep mentioning it. Y'all going to get tired of hearing it, but we're going to keep mentioning it. We won a local a marketing award for our website that Jesse built completely. We had nothing to do with it.
Thanks, buddy.
Other than hiring him. But yeah, so go check him out, hilltreemarketing.com. You can see all of the other local businesses that he's built websites for, or you can go to our website, brownwaterbanter.com, and see the award-winning product that he has put out. If you're a local business, a content creator, hell, you're a charity organization, whatever you are, if you need any kind of digital stuff built, he's your guy. We're going to keep going right along here. We got somebody new jumping on with us this month. That's Rocky. Man, if you're in the fishing community, you don't know Rocky over at Cedar Swamp, you've probably been living under a rock, man. Joey is going to flash it right here, I think, if he can get it. Hold on, let me get this out of the way. You got it, Joey? We are in Coastal Angler Magazine right there at the top. We do a little advertising swap there. Joey, show them the cover in case they... Yeah, Coastal Angler Magazine. They're in a ton of different businesses, man. It's a free magazine. Pick it up. It's all about the outdoors, Gulf of Mexico.
This is my favorite page.
It looks like that's is that a side scan sonar ad, Joey? What is that?
Yeah, you see this GPS right here on the side? It's awesome.
Yeah, that's a great ad. Go pick up the magazine, man. Enjoy the reading. It's high quality stuff. But no, Cedar Swamp over in Gaucher, man. They're a local business. They got, look at that right there. All of y'all can't see it. I'm flashing it to the live stream. All of the apparel that you could want, man. Don't order it off the internet. Support your local businesses. He's got it, dude. He's got all the plastic baits, rods, reels, floundering lights, local apparel, extra tough boots. I mean, if you're looking for it, look at this Calcutta stuff. I'm seeing all kind of different stuff, man. He's actually outgrown the damn store.
He had to build up.
Yeah, he's busting at the seams over there. He's got your matrix shads, all the stuff that you need. Look, extra tufts right there. So go check Rocky out. Cedar Swamp on Facebook. And go look him up over there in Gaucher. He's on, what is that, Joe? He's Gaucher Van Cleve Road.
Yeah.
Yep. Go check him out. Tell him that you heard about him here on the Brown Water Banter podcast. So thanks so much for all the sponsors. And let's jump into it. Fellas, Deep Water Mafia. I know, Marcus, you've been on the show before. It's been a minute. We were just talking before we went live. It wasn't even live the last time you were on the show, right? So we got to be.
It was right before COVID and all that. So it's been about 2 years.
It was the original studio. Well, not the original, but
the second original studio. Yeah. So the comments are already coming in. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, Rocky, what's up, dude? Yeah, yep, right there. He's laughing at that at the ad there.
The sonar, that's a good looking sonar.
It's a good sonar they're selling there. I don't know why you wouldn't want to buy it, but yeah, gentlemen. So tell people that didn't maybe catch that episode or not familiar. What is the Deep Water Mafia?
Go ahead, Heath.
Get up on that mic. You got to pull it right in front of you. Yeah, otherwise I ain't about to hear you. Here, let me help you out.
Heath is our vice president of the club.
You got to make
love to that.
Yeah, we're gonna let him talk about the club.
Okay, so I'm the vice president of Deep Water Mafia. We are a Christian-based dive club. Our dive store is out of the Apperville Venture Locators.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
We do all of our work.
Jerry.
Exactly.
Jerry's the man.
If you need to go get certified, good. Jerry's the man.
Yep.
So as soon as you get certified, he kind of guides you to us, and then we have this network. We have the Deep Water Mafia, and we have this community that's just a great community. We have, I think, 110 members
Really?
in our dive club. It's one of the largest in the nation, I would say. Most dive clubs are 20 to 30 or so, but we I don't know if it's just because our beliefs or what, and we just bring everybody in, and it's been really good.
How long's it been going on?
It was established in 2015.
Okay. It's like a membership thing. You pay your dues.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to pay your dues and then get in. And then we have this app, Marco Polo. It's a video chat.
Okay.
And that gets you onto all the channels. We have a dive trip channel. We have just a food channel. We have all kinds of channels. So
it's not all about fishing.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We talk daily, just in just like a little brotherhood,
Right.
sisterhood, whatever, so it's a good group of friends.
Right. So even if you're not into spearfishing, you can do dives, you
Yeah,
do cooking, you can get all kinds of stuff out of the website.
That's where the Deep Water Mafia differs from a lot of other dive clubs. We're a dive club, not a spearfishing club.
Okay.
So you don't have to be big into spearfishing to join the Mafia.
Okay.
Whether it's vacation diving, Cozumel. We got people that regularly go to Cozumel and, travel all over diving. People that just take pictures.
Right.
Just different the only requirement that we have to join the Deepwater Mafia is you have to be a certified diver.
Right.
So, I mean, we take anybody.
Yeah, am I wrong with saying it's all ages?
Yeah.
Because
really is
10,
all ages,
10
yeah.
years old, I think, is the you can be certified at 10 years old to dive.
Yeah.
And so we talked about that with the kids.
We've been talking about it. We
Yeah.
ain't done it yet.
Yeah.
Been talking about it.
So as long as the adults are certified, the kids are free basically. into
Okay.
the club,
Yeah.
So we actually have an in-house tournament as well. And so you enter that. If you're in the club, you enter into that, and then your kids are free, for that.
Right.
Some of the kids, got several $100s last year in prizes and money, whatnot. So
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Kids are always better.
and it's free. So what we did last year for the kid sponsors was we just got companies that's inside the club basically, and we outside, but mostly inside, and we just trying to get our youth big into it. So
Get them off the Xbox. Yeah, now
exactly.
doing something.
Get them
Yeah.
out.
And we've got some 14, 15, 16-year-old kids that are out there
Oh yeah,
shooting fish that are going on the adult board.
exactly.
I mean, it's
Stuff.
pretty
kid-
cool. Yeah.
So y'all got the sheephead shootout. We had a kid last year. He shot 11-pound sheephead.
Really?
and
Phew.
he took first place in the adult category.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a big one.
it's just it's
So
pretty cool.
all you guys fish and dive together mostly, I would
Yes.
think,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, how many trips do y'all usually do as a club a year? Is that how it works? Or, I mean, y'all usually load up. Every time I see Marcus, he's going south. So
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
I've never dove so much in my life until I joined this club. Now it's just there's the good thing is we have this channel, the dive trip channel I was telling y'all about, and somebody gets on there and say, hey, I need 2 divers, I need 3 divers, I need 4 divers, and
Yeah.
then bam, within 30 minutes,
30 minutes is
the boat's
alone.
full, and the boat has guy has to get on the channel and say, hey, it's full, and then they're
That's
going
awesome.
south. So,
That's to make like a full trip. You mean like?
Yeah.
to fill the boat up.
Well,
Yeah.
diving and spearfishing is such an unknown sport to people who don't know about it. To have that network and that family to reach out to and say, hey, I need to borrow a tank, or
Yeah.
I need to borrow something like that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's amazing, especially with 100 people, 120, how many did you say?
we have about 110 members.
110
in the
people,
club.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And so we've got such good diving right here out of Mississippi, and nobody knows about it.
Very true.
It's a little hike to get there, but once
Yeah.
you get there,
Yeah.
it's
How
it's
far out?
just
How
amazing.
far out you talking to get
I mean,
there?
Our close stuff, FH2,
Right.
FH13, that's so hit and miss.
It's good diving when
it's
the
good, it's
visibility's right.
good. Okay.
Exactly.
But other than that, we start about 60 miles
Mhm.
minimum.
Okay.
Get out
And then, we go all the way to the shelf.
but the good thing
Yeah.
is also we have Alabama waters too.
Yes.
And we get hit those waters, and usually within 40 miles you're in decent water.
What's
Right.
the fishing license requirements for? Is it different for spearfishing? Is it the same
Same
exact
thing,
same
just
exact
a
thing?
regular fishing license.
Okay.
my question is, what about the clarity gets better the deeper you go?
Not always.
Not always.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
always.
So I mean, you got that. There's always there's a wreck behind Horn. A lot of people dive. It's pretty shallow. What is the visibility? Say triple rig somewhere like that.
I dove to triple rigs last weekend.
Yeah.
I couldn't see from me to you.
Oh, that's
the
scary.
whole dive.
Yeah.
Well, I was laying on a crossbeam. I had my gun tucked under me, and the only way I'd see fish and they're swimming, 2 feet in front of me and just shooting at shadows pretty much.
You don't
Really?
you don't ever feel like you're the prey at that point.
Yeah.
You just don't think about it.
Oh,
I mean, we
I've been to the triple rigs one time and looked up, and I just saw this massive shadow,
No.
and it was a
No.
Goliath, it was a Goliath grouper actually. you know?
Okay.
Oh.
And I was like,
But even that's a little bit
Yeah.
troublesome.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You know,
that's-
it's like, holy crap! I've never seen a Goliath grouper, that big in Mississippi waters, and then here he goes. I'm like, holy crap.
And they're
Yeah.
not scared of you, right?
No,
They're
they
like-
will eat you.
Yeah, they're aggressive. Yeah.
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 I'm pretty sure I have to change my wetsuit if I saw something like that.
You look like one of them octopus.
Yep. I inked all over myself.
Yeah. Or you'd have to pull, what was it, Kevin Costner in Waterworld? Remember when he let the fish swallow him and he had that like
Oh,
double
yeah,
spear that
yeah.
shot out the side of both of them?
Yeah.
I don't think
have
I
to
can
do that.
But a lot of our close in diving is usually pretty
Hit-
murky.
hit or miss,
It'll clear up, but a lot of times in close here we get what we call an Oreo.
Mhm.
It'll be 15, 20 foot of murk on top. There'll be a clear layer in the middle where you can see 70,
40
80 feet,
Yeah.
40
Yeah.
feet. I mean, it just depends.
Yeah.
And then there'll be a murk on bottom. And it's cool. You can sit there in that clear layer in the middle and you can watch the fish come up out of the murk. They'll swim around. They'll drop back down into the murk. You just sit there in that clear layer and just
snipe them.
wait for the one you want to come up.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do y'all go over to you said Alabama? Y'all go over to Florida a
Oh, yeah.
little bit
A
too?
lot.
Is that's got to be like night and day, right?
Yeah.
Like 'cause it's just
Florida
a whole
is-
different planet.
Yeah, Florida waters is guaranteed better visibility.
Right,
It's
right.
just like for us going 60 miles out, as soon as you start, that's where you get with Florida waters.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And that's usually where Jerry does his first dive, isn't it? In
he,
Destin.
he usually does the springs.
Yeah,
they-
Vortex.
They
Right.
do it all at the spring.
Right, which they used to do it somewhere around
Used to
Destin.
when I got
Yeah.
certified back in the day. That's what we used to go to Destin and go out. Yeah, but also the reason they don't do it is when I got certified, the opening my opening certification was 8 foot seas and we still went out.
Holy
Like,
moly.
so with the Vortex, you don't have that, and that's why they don't do that. You can't guarantee the weather going out of Destin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
I've
sure.
I've been to Vortex one time. It wasn't diving. My buddies did. I was
Mhm.
just there hanging out. We were camping, partying. It was a great
It's a
time.
cool spot.
Yeah.
Nice spot.
Yeah.
Chilly. That water stays cold over
68
there.
degrees year
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
So you got that wetsuit.
Yep.
I borrowed one actually. Tried to free dive and I sucked at that. I wasn't.
What's nice, you go there during the summer and you're like, God, this water's so cold.
Yeah.
You go there during the winter
Yeah.
You want to
and
come
you
out?
get in the water, you don't want to get out of the water
Yeah.
because the water's
It's-
warm.
It's crazy.
Really?
Warmer than
Warmer than
the
outside
air.
temperature.
Yeah, the air temperature.
Yeah.
It's still 68 degrees.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's still probably a little
Yeah.
chilly though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still chilly.
What do y'all prefer? What's the optimal temperature for diving?
Anything over 70.
Yeah, 75
So the
degrees,
warmer
I
the
like.
better, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
You can always.
I'm not crazy about diving during the winter. I used to.
I dive year round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cold.
I used to dive year round, and back when amberjack season used to open January 1st.
Right.
We went one day, opening day, and it was one of those big cold fronts. Boat was froze to the trailer. I mean, it was bad.
265, I'm guessing.
No, we left out of Dolphin Island
Mm.
and went to the Tensall Bridge spans. It was so cold. When I hit the water, my computer said it was 56 degrees.
That's cold.
Ooh,
I
my
went
God.
down, shot an amberjack, was back in the boat, changed out of my wetsuit into dry clothes and into coveralls in
Done, huh?
in 7 minutes from the time I hit the water.
That would be
It
the
was-
way to do it
Yeah.
if you're gonna do
Yes.
it. But I'm feeling like when I saw the boat froze to the trailer, I'm like, maybe not today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait. It's not
yeah.
that big a deal.
But ever since then, I just can't tolerate the cold water
Yeah.
like I used to. So
Well, you
now
mentioned the one amberjack. I guess limits are exactly the same when you're spearfishing.
everything's exactly the
exactly
same.
the same. Yeah. We just get bigger fish.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
Yeah.
well.
That's
I mean,
true.
we've
That's
all
true.
been on that wreck where there's snapper and there's amberjack. We perfect scenario last year. We went in 265 usually a home run for amberjack. We ain't catching
Yeah.
nothing. We're sitting there all the time. All of a sudden the boat pulls up, poop, throw the dive flag up. Within 5 minutes they came up with 3. I was like,
Yeah.
that's not fair.
That's not.
That's not fair at all.
Hey, it's fair. Get
Yeah,
it
certified.
is.
Get your gear and dive overboard. Yeah,
for
exactly.
Sure.
Same thing with
It's
snapper.
definitely-
out in the fish havens, everybody's catching 16-inch, snapper all day long. That's
Yeah.
all they can get past. We'll go down there. We'll get nice, 15, 18-pound snapper come up, and everybody's pissed at us. So I'm sorry, they're down there.
Well, yeah,
you got to get past the little ones.
You got to weed through the chicks to
That's
get to
right.
the big ones.
Yeah.
That's right.
The pigs.
Are there any cool wrecks around here to dive that look, that's worth?
Oh, yeah,
Checking out.
there's several in the fish havens. You got the Jolly Fisherman, which we have a video where we actually rode that down. Worst mistake in our club history. There's a video somewhere floating
That
around.
was, I think, wasn't that it? That was
The
on
Jolly
the
Fisherman?
yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Well, we actually got a video of us actually. There's like 10
Whenever
of
they
us.
sunk it, a
They
bunch of
sunk
them
it.
rode it down.
That sounds a little dangerous.
Yeah, in hindsight,
In hindsight,
we'll never do it again.
Yeah.
But,
What was it? What was that like? Like,
it was a cluster.
because that's probably a limited amount of people in the world that can say they rode a sinking
It
ship
was a 50-foot
to the underwater,
metal
much less
sailboat.
to the bottom. I'm assuming y'all
Yeah.
went, right?
No, half of us didn't. Well, probably 2/3 of us didn't make it to the bottom.
Yeah, I think there was only a couple that made
Yeah.
it all the way.
My
to the
fin
bottom.
actually came off and was inside. They found it a week later inside the boat. So
is it turbulent? Like as far
it was like a vortex.
yes, all
Oh,
kind
It
of
was like a
currents and shit.
vortex
Yeah.
going down. It was insane, and we'll never do it again.
Yeah, it reminds me of that the scene at the end of Titanic. When Leo's like saying you got to jump and swim away from the boat, or you're gonna get sucked in. So he wasn't lying.
No,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
not
he
lying.
wasn't
It was,
lying.
exactly. It was crazy.
So y'all got a tournament coming up. I think that's one of the things
Yeah.
we were supposed to be talking
Yeah.
about today. What's going on there? Y'all do more than just tournaments, though. We mentioned that, right? I mean, y'all have hangouts and stuff too with the club.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, if you're part of the club,
Yeah.
Next weekend we've got a big crawfish bowl going on.
which is all included into
Your membership dues,
Exactly.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
What do
y'all
y'all-
kind of like a Mardi Gras.
yeah, basically. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so
like
you
that.
pay your membership and you get to do
That's it.
events all year. Bring your family,
Exactly.
bring your
Yep.
We're a huge
kids.
family organization. We want your kids there. It's like we have in the tournament. We want the kids there, and that's what we really promote the kids.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, so it's just like kind of like Mardi Gras.
Sweet.
We got some people in the comments here. Let's see. We got Coach Dr. Wayne Rudolphus, but Coach Rudolphus.
Coach Rudolphus,
He says, "I am Aquaman." Good show, guys. Cool topic. Let's flash that on the screen there. Let's see. TJ said he likes diving murky water better. You can sneak up on the fish, and they are more comfortable. Is that true to that, gentleman?
There's
Very
a little
true.
bit of
Very
truth,
true.
yeah. You
Okay.
get in that blue water, and sometimes they just won't come up to you.
Because that makes sense. But
There's no hunting.
yeah, and great whites out of here. Okay. That's,
Oh, there was
we
one.
actually- we
There
actually
was
had
one
a
in
couple-
Pensacola last week.
We had guys last year.
Two of our guys
Yeah.
last
They
year
were.
had a great white come up on.
Nope.
them.
Yep.
No,
They
thank
was-
you.
they was
Got
about
on video.
30 miles south of Dolphin Island.
Really?
How,
Yep.
Oh man, no way. No way, no thing. James, what's up in the comments? Michael, David, I just want to shout out everybody that's chiming in here. Somebody's a Facebook user with no name, but he said crawfish, so
Sweet.
that's cool too. No, I'm not down with the great white. Even if I'm in the cage, I think that's going to be a little bit of a situation for me.
Yeah, let's get into this rodeo.
Yeah.
Tell us what that's all about.
So- All right. So for the past 4 or 5 years, we travel from Destin, Florida to Grand Island, Louisiana,
Okay.
every year shooting different rodeos. And we even talked about it last time I was here that we were looking at putting one on and COVID hit and all
Yeah.
that. But so we're actually getting into it this year, and it's from what it's looking like, it's going to be big.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So
It's if you haven't seen it on their Facebook page, it's I don't know who did the artwork, but it's
So the
oil
artwork
rig.
is actually a throwback from 2009 when the dive shop used to have a
Yeah,
radio.
yeah.
And
I
so
remember those.
we took a throwback, that same image, and we just kind of recreated the lettering of it and stuff, and got the permission. And we was kind of say, hey, this is the throwback. We're getting back into this because Mississippi doesn't really have a spearfishing
Right.
rodeo. So Louisiana has it, Alabama, Florida has them, and so we're like, hey, we're getting back into this, and that's why we kind of did the whole little throwback.
Oh, is it this right here, Joey? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember the old school weigh-ins at Henry's.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Henry's, that's where they used to be, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good stuff.
I'm
So
gonna pull that up so people can see it.
So what's the date on this?
January 22nd through the 25th.
January
Or not
20
January.
Yeah, we missed it. Damn.
Hey,
You
it's-
already missed it.
It started with a J.
Yeah.
So
There
it's
you
a,
go.
it's a Wednesday through Saturday tournament.
Okay.
We have a 4-day window because of weather.
Right.
We want to do the best we can to get out there and do what we can. So
Here we go. Look, boom, right there. That's
Yeah, there it
the.
is. Big
So
rig.
tell us about that again. You said that was this Mafia Madness Rodeo 2022. What's the history behind the logo?
So the artwork is actually back in 2009 from the dive shop when they used to have a spearfishing open rodeo.
Okay.
And so I think it was 2010 or something like that. They stopped having rodeos, and so but there hasn't been a spearfishing tournament really that I know of in Mississippi since then.
No, we had a spear division, but it wasn't a
it wasn't.
full tournament. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is us say, hey, we're getting back into it. We had like a little throwback. We got the permission through the artwork.
The local artist Brian Bennett.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did that artwork.
Amazing
Sweet.
artwork. You look at it, it's like, man, hell yeah, put that on the back of your shirt.
Yeah, no, it looks cool as shit.
That's what
Absolutely.
we want, you know. So
Well, I saw Mary Walker on that. What are they doing there?
yes, so they're actually hosting the tournament.
Okay.
You know, they're allow us to have the event there, and you know, Jimmy.
Bowware.
Yeah, Bowware. He bought Mary Walker Marina last year, I believe.
Okay.
And he's done a lot to Mary Walker Marina. You know,
If you go there now compared to a year and a half ago, it looks completely different.
Yeah, it was getting a little beat up there for a while.
He's redoing everything there. New
Sweet.
boat lifts. He's got that island there. He's redoing all that. That's supposed to be. It's pretty much done, but it's not. You know, hopefully by the tournament, it's going to be all complete.
Yeah,
and that's where we're going to have the rodeo big party.
That's where the weigh-in and all that
the
stuff
weigh-in,
is. Yeah,
exactly.
Cool. We're going to try to get out there. We have to be out there too for the Pascal Men's Club's having a tournament out there at Mary Walker too. So
when is that one?
I have no idea.
Okay,
we'll have it in my calendar.
Yeah.
All right. So get into the format. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
So we've got two different divisions. We've got spearfishing, and then since we were doing the spearfishing, I wanted to throw the rod and reel in there with it.
Right.
You know, I love doing both. So,
right.
And then
Mr. Saltwater.
Saltwater therapy.
Saltwater therapy.
Well, I was going to ask you that earlier.
Yeah.
What is? It's probably just so different, right? What you like better, like shooting a fish, spearfishing, or catching one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spearfishing.
Spearfishing.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
I love fishing, but there's just something about.
Is it more like hunting?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
It is.
You're fishing, but you're able to hunt on top of it too.
Right.
And it's so relaxing. When you get underwater,
I'm gonna have to take your word for that.
You don't hear anything. You know, you might hear the rig rumble a little bit, but other than that, it's just the air coming in and out of your regulator.
I just feel like I would.
Or you got Heath yelling about a big shark coming at us, or
doing that the whole time.
Trying to get attention. Yeah.
I wouldn't see shit.
But no, I love fishing, but spearfishing's where it's at for me.
All right, so you're adding the rod and reel division to the thing. Now, is this club members only or anybody?
No, anybody.
Okay.
It's open to everybody, anywhere in the Gulf.
Really?
Early registration $65. Late registration $75. So
okay, when's the cutoff on or early and late?
May 8th, I believe.
Okay. Okay.
So get in there.
Yeah, get it now.
Where are we leaving from? Where are we going?
Anywhere you want, as long as you fish. Your fish come from the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh wow!
And
as long
as you make it back to the weigh-in by the time scales close,
that makes it a lot easier on y'all's end and probably a lot less trauma.
And also, you have guys come from all over. So you have guys from Louisiana, Alabama, Florida, and so they can go fish and then come back and then get there. So we're open to greater participation because of that.
That's the same thing we did with ours with the rod and reel. We did it in Mississippi waters, and if you're shooting some. As long as you can make back for a tournament, shoot it wherever you want to bring it back.
What was the Hell Divers?
Hell Divers. Yeah, y'all are part of those as well, right?
We are.
Me and Heath are.
We are two of the.
Oh, you can do that? It's not like a motorcycle gang where you can't join other gangs.
You got different patch on, man?
we there's a lot of eyebrows raised.
Okay, all right.
I got you.
We catch a lot of flack for it, but
it just don't worry about it. Yeah.
So we've got our spearfishing divisions, which I think we've got 9 or 10 categories. Mm-hmm. And then I think we've got 3, 4, 5 for fishing. And we just added last week a free kids division.
Right.
When we say free, if you have a paid adult.
Free with a paying
kids
adult.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that kids dive and
no,
fish?
Just rod
and reel. Biggest fish is what we have.
Yeah, just biggest legal fish you can bring in. The top 3 is going to get a prize.
That's the kids.
For kids.
Todd Kospelich says that y'all also do several fundraisers for families in need with fish donated by the members.
We're fixing to do a big. So we actually just had we're talking about going diving for sheephead. We had last weekend was a great weekend, and we had a lot of our members go out and go shoot. I think they got closer to 200 sheephead last weekend.
Damn.
Yeah, it was
a lot. So that was all for a fish fry benefit. One of our members is at MD Anderson. And we're trying to help out any way we can for costs and stuff like that. We've done several fish fries for this kind of events.
Every year we're constantly donating fish for different things for different fish fries.
Right.
We shoot a lot of fish every year.
Don't let them go to waste. Yeah,
Exactly.
don't let them
freezers are always full.
freezer burn.
And so by the end of the year, it's hey, get your fish together. Let's have a big fish fry.
Right.
Yeah.
So
What Todd also says the weigh in on Saturday only. Is that correct?
it is Saturday only. Yeah. From I think it's like
3 to 6. The scales will be open from 3 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if we've got a big line or whatever, at 6 o'clock, we're going to
keep it rolling.
As long as you're in line.
As long as you're in line by 6.
Yeah. Keep it rolling.
So what are some of the categories y'all got going on? I know you had a lionfish category, right?
Yeah.
So our club's huge in the lionfish. If you don't know anything about lionfish,
invasive species taking over the Gulf. We got to kill every one of them.
You don't eat them, or do you?
No, they're delicious.
Okay.
Amazing.
They're delicious
best
fish, in the sea.
But you got to be
skilled.
The only way to get them is by diving, and it's a novice diver can go do it. All you need is the right equipment to do it. So you need a zookeeper, which is a big piece of PVC in a
with a funnel in there.
With a funnel, and then you just keep stuffing them in there. Keep stuffing them in there.
But you got to know how to clean them, right?
I think I saw a video of you doing that, Marcus.
Yeah.
Cleaning them does, So cleaning them does take a little practice, but once you get,
as long as you know where the fins are, there's nothing to worry about. There's
some
a
guys
lot,
take scissors and cut everything off.
There's a lot of misconception about lionfish that they're poisonous or whatever, that they'll kill you.
Right.
It's nothing more than a catfish stick.
Okay.
Yeah. So it hurts like hell, but
it's worse than a catfish stick. It hurts more, but it's the same principle.
Right.
It's got fins that stick you. They're venomous.
Worse than a stingray?
Yeah. About the same.
Stingray's pretty bad.
I've been so scared to get stung by one of them.
But once you know where the fins are, some people clean them with gloves. I don't. I just bare hands,
fold them over,
fillet them out.
And
whenever you get that fillet done, that is the prettiest white meat.
It's almost translucent.
It's almost translucent.
You can see through it.
How you cook it?
However you want, it's going to be good.
Fry it, bake it,
bake it.
Frying is amazing.
Pan fried.
Anyway,
it's.
I guess that's the only good thing about it being an invasive species is you can just smash
as
many as you want and eat as many as you want. Are y'all seeing any decline? Because I know they've been targeted. So
there is a decline. So used to back in probably 8 years ago, you go to a site in Florida, areas, and there would just be
billions,
hundreds of them. Now you get to a pyramid, there's 20 of them. So there is a decline.
Back when we first started shooting lionfish, it was nothing to shoot 600 or 800 a day.
Good Lord.
Between 4 people.
Then you got to clean all that.
Well, we sell them whole.
You can do that.
Exactly. Yeah. In Florida, we can sell them whole, and so you make money off of them.
Right.
Okay.
And so that's why they're down. Is because you actually sell them whole like that.
And they pretty much put a bounty on them in the whole Gulf. Kill as many as you can. Kill everyone.
When you sell them whole in Florida, is that like to a seafood market, and then they clean
to
it
a
and sell
wholesaler?
them? Okay.
You sell them to wholesale, and the wholesaler sells them to a seafood market.
Okay.
So back in the day, we used to go shoot. 600 or 800 was an easy day. Now 4 or 5 guys.
You're doing 300.
Might be lucky 200-300.
You're doing 300. That's a good day.
Yeah,
but it's still a lot.
Yeah,
it is. It's still a lot. You're right. But it's not like back in the day.
What do they go for? Like per pound, per fish when you sell?
They
them
were going $5 a pound.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it was
worth it. You got to help pay your trip. Pay for your trip.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you go out there and shoot one fish, and then the rest of the time you just down there killing lionfish, that's going to pay for some fuel or ice or something.
Get your snapper and stuff like that, and then get your lionfish, and you had a great day.
Yeah.
How'd y'all get into diving?
Y'all probably know him, Shrek Calendar. Derek does the racing.
We got brown water on his race car.
Okay,
So I knew him. I grew up around him, in the fire department.
Okay.
So back around, I guess it was 2010, 2011, somewhere in there. He was diving every weekend, and I kept seeing it. I called him and said, "Hey, I want to get certified." He says, "All right." So he certified me, and I got into it from there.
He's a dive master, right?
He's an instructor.
Yeah.
He was before he got hurt, but he can't no more. Or waiting to get back into it or whatever. But he's the one that certified me. After I kept seeing his pictures, I said, I want to do that. So I went and did it.
Nice. What about you?
So back in 2002, that's when I graduated. I got it for my my senior trip.
Mhm.
So I got certified to go diving while my buddies on the catamaran going partying in Mexico. I went diving. You know, it was fun.
Yeah.
So soon after that, my rest of my family got certified and just been to it ever since.
I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I paid for the class.
I did too.
in 2007, and then got back heavy into college and just let it expire and never did it.
It's easy. If you don't finish it, it's easy to do.
I never did anything.
There's steps to get done. You know, so you got your class work, you got your pool work, I mean, you got your certification. So there's steps. You know, but if you finish through, I'm telling you, there's nothing like it.
And the good thing with Adventure Locators,
we got to get him on the show.
Yeah, Jerry, he's already said he has, but he told me every weekend he's either doing class.
He's
busy.
He's about to catch him on a weeknight or something.
Yeah. But the good thing is with having him over there is half your gear you can rent.
Very true.
If you don't dive all the time, you can rent your tanks, you can rent all that other stuff. Yeah. Really, the only thing you need is a mask, fins,
suit,
and then the rest. The rest of it you can rent.
Is it super expensive for people that might be interested into it? I know everything. Every hobby's expensive.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter what you do.
It's like golfing.
I was gonna say golf.
It's not
cars.
Cheap, but you know,
what's a? I ain't got the best stuff, but I'm not maybe using the stuff that's falling apart.
You can say on Facebook Market, you know, and then
$1,500. That's about what I was going to guess. $1,500.
Yeah, and that's if you want all your stuff. That's like I said, you can rent your tanks and all that kind of stuff. But we go out a lot. You know, so I have 10 tanks, you know.
Yeah.
So these rodeos, it requires a minimum of 10 tanks to go out.
Yeah.
Diving,
you know, we're diving.
That's a lot of room on the boat.
It is. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's why y'all usually use cuddies, right? Because they have more room. Don't y'all usually go out on the cuddy cabin?
We have a center console.
Do y'all? Okay. Who's the cuddy cabin?
We have both. You talking about the Twin V? It's probably Tim.
Oh, is it a Twin V? Yeah.
Yeah, he's the president of the club. But he's got a cuddy cabin. It's 29 foot.
Dude, that thing looks as long as his room.
It's a very nice
big.
boat.
Yeah,
it's a very nice boat. But it has that back room. That's what you need. So, yeah. So you'll see our boats. They're just lined with tank holders to hold over tanks.
Yeah.
We usually do three tank dives between everybody. So if you got 4 guys.
Tournaments, we're doing 4 tanks.
Yeah.
That's 2 dives per tank.
Yep.
So
how deep are y'all going for these tournaments? For this, is that a secret?
We're different. Me and him are different. So.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we don't.
The average guy goes about 100 to 110 feet.
You can't stay down at 100 very long, right?
No.
Yeah. No.
We
hit 200.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
Yeah. Oh, really?
180, 200.
How long? Seriously, on a regular tank?
4 minutes.
You're not.
Jesus Christ.
The thing is, you're
down,
not.
How? You got 4 minutes. So you go straight down. 200 feet. So you go straight down. You got 4 minutes. Look around, shoot something, and then work your way back up. And then it's just when I say so that's at the bottom. So the whole dive trip is probably about 18 minutes. I would say
15 to 18. Yeah.
So that's why you're working your way back up. You know, you can only do so many of those a day. You know.
Yeah.
So you got to shoot something when you go down there.
Well,
if you don't, you shoot something on the way up.
I'm just saying.
That's the goal.
Yeah, there you go.
But
I'm saying.
I mean, we're looking for a grouper and stuff like that down there.
Yeah. Deep dives are normally grouper and amberjack.
Right.
That's pretty much the only 2 things we go
4
deep
minutes
for.
is not.
And it's and sometimes me and Heath can roll off the boat and say, all right, we about 200, we'll turn around. At 50 feet, a 40-pound cobia swims by.
Yeah.
Lights out.
Yep,
Heath pop him. I'll keep on going. Which that happened quite a few times last year. Every time we would break through the murk, there would be a cobia in Heath's face.
Bam,
and he would shoot him.
Lights out.
That was
back to the boat.
That was for the Hell Divers Rodeo last year.
What
but yeah, by myself, I'd only go 150, 160, something like that. I wouldn't go real deep. But
at 200, what's the visibility like? And I don't mean cloud. What about light and everything still good?
It all depends.
It really depends on the sunlight and then the visibility up top.
Your
if you have
top
a flash,
mark.
if you have a flashlight, you can see how far your flashlight can go usually.
Okay.
But like I said, there's still murk layers on the bottom as well. Yeah. So there's one time where we had a murk layer from 100 feet all the way down to 95 feet. As soon as you hit 95 feet, it opened up. It was crazy. It was the darkest thing for 3 minutes, but then our eyes just adjusted, and it was unreal. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was right out of Southwest Pass, the first Hell Divers Rodeo we did.
Yeah.
100 foot, you couldn't see your hand in front of your face.
No.
We were holding the rig leg going down, and then it just went black. I'm like, so we sit there, and once your eyes adjust,
we just drowned.
Once your eyes adjust, you can see all the way across the rig. It was amazing.
Really?
And that's the only time I've ever seen that much murk and then go to black and then it just be crystal clear.
There's no light getting through 100 feet. Of
Oh, no.
On a regular certification, your initial, how deep?
60 feet.
Okay, then what? How
60.
Then you got your advanced certification.
Is that
and you
more
go 120
dives?
feet.
Well, you got to take
Yes.
another test. You got to know
Exactly.
your gas mixtures. I'm sure, right? Are
Well,
you mixing
it's
that daily?
still air.
Okay.
So then you can also got your so your advanced is 120 feet, and then you can go nitrox certification, which allows you to stay on the bottom time, and so forth, longer, but you can't go as deep. It's a lot of variations in that. So.
At 200, though, are you still breathing regular air?
Regular, yeah.
Oh, shit. I thought
213.
wow.
No, 231 is where you got to stop breathing regular air.
Yeah.
And then you come up slow.
Yeah.
You still got to do that no matter what, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you don't shoot up. The basic rule is
Slower than your bubbles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You go slower than your bubbles.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing y'all found on the bottom? I know y'all got to see stuff on
We don't-
anchors, poles.
I rarely-
Rod and reels. I found brand new rod and reels. I'll take home and then I'll put a little rod and reel magic on it.
Yeah.
And good to go.
Ta-da.
Probably triple rig. Y'all probably get to the bottom of that quick.
Yeah,
Real quick.
it's
It's
56
Air Force
feet.
rig.
Oh, that's
yeah.
not that deep.
Yeah, it's not
No,
bad.
no.
Compared to what y'all are doing.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it's riddled down there with just
But there's-
jigs and everything else.
Usually there's so much murk on the close stuff you never see the bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
So I rarely see the bottom
Mm.
unless we're over Alabama or Florida diving the pyramids.
Time to time, you'll get those guys that call you up. Hey, I lost this. Can you go find this for me?
Yeah, that was my next
Well,
question. How many
Yeah.
times y'all get that?
Well, I'll try. We'll see what we can do. And sometimes it's successful, and
Yeah,
sometimes it's not.
yeah.
So
What's the range on your gun? How close you got to be to something
about
to kill
18 feet.
Okay.
Which-
18 to 20 feet.
That's
Uh,
close.
I know-
Three bands.
I know mine's got 21 foot of cable on
Yeah,
it,
exactly.
and then but still,
That's a long shot, though.
it
Yeah.
is. Yeah,
So-
no,
yeah, you
and
want
then-
it. You want it up close, personal headshot, so he doesn't swim off, right?
I want them
That's
within
ideal.
10 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's ideal. But there's those times that you want those long shots.
Is there obviously, like Joey's saying, you want the kill shot instant, kind of just
Yeah.
knock him out, but I'm assuming that doesn't happen every time. Is there any kind
You
of
hit a body
real,
shot, you're going for a fight.
That's what I was gonna say.
Hammerjack,
What's that like? What's that like?
Whew.
Getting tugged around the rig, wrapped around the rig,
They're
kind of
called
deal.
reef donkeys for a reason.
Yes.
So you just like you're going for a ride, then, right?
Just tie it off and let it float up to the
Yeah,
top.
if you're lucky, you can do that. But yeah,
Oh,
Oh
damn,
God, I don't even want to.
did we cover everything on the tournament? I feel like we veered off a little
No,
bit.
yeah,
we
we
veered
did.
off
We
just a
veered
touch.
off.
We
Let's
missed
go
the,
back. Let's go
yeah.
back.
yeah. So we missed the categories. So
All right.
spearfishing, we have snapper. Thankfully,
Okay.
that's the there's no amberjack that's gonna be closed.
Right.
So it's out of that season. So we got snapper, mangrove, cobia, barracuda, sheephead, grouper, jackfish, lionfish, and then other category. So that other consists of anything that's not in that category.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Anything
stingray,
anything legal that's not listed.
Y'all gonna go by
Exactly.
weight as for that?
Yes.
yeah,
Biggest
the heaviest, yeah,
Biggest, heaviest fish.
First, second, and third place, and it'll be on a point system.
Each category.
Each
Yeah,
category.
each category,
yeah.
yes.
First place will get 3 points. Second place will get 2 points. Third place will get 1 point, and that'll go towards your best club, best boat,
Mhm.
master, or king
You got
and
your
queen.
king, you got your queen.
Okay, so you can weigh in multiple fish.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
not
You
just
got-
one
only
category.
only
All of
one per category.
One. Okay.
Yeah, one per
Yeah.
category.
You
You
can,
can only-
weigh in every category, just
Yes.
one of them.
Yes.
Yes.
All
And
right.
then you also have a novice category as well, and that's anybody that has not been diving 4 years or less.
Certified
Okay,
4
4
years
years
or
Certified.
less.
The rookies,
Exactly.
greenhorns.
Yep.
We want to kind of get the because
You want to attract those guys to be a part of it too.
Yeah.
You don't want me and Marcus up there just racking up a scoreboard,
Right.
and not giving these guys a chance. So, good thing is these guys get in there and they have their own kind of little,
Right.
categories.
Rookie
So-
league.
Exactly. And we want everybody to participate, and that really helps out. The hook and line, you got red snapper, mangrove snapper, cobia, redfish, and speckled trout. So you want to talk about the redfish and trout?
Yeah. Redfish and speckled trout are both going to have slot limits.
Right.
Redfish is going to be 18 to 27.
Yep.
Speckled trout's going to be 18 to 24. You'll get, if you bring a fish and it's a hair over, you'll get one remeasure, and then if it's still over, it's just weigh
Yes,
master.
we had that.
Pinch a 12 and swipe.
Yep.
Yeah,
It'll-
I'm not
we had
a
that-
fisherman, so
we had guy who-
I don't know anything about that.
So I'm pretty much handling all
He
the
is
fishing
handling all
side
that.
of it.
Yeah.
But I did that. I put those slot limits for a couple of reasons.
Mhm.
One of them's keep people from going to South Florida, bringing back 10-pound trout.
Right.
Yes.
And then it's middle of the summer, anybody can take a live croaker and go catch a 24-inch trout.
Right.
That's going.
I bet I could mess that up.
Besides Jared.
but that's going to bring more competition. You're going to have.
Hit it. Yeah, hit it. It's a live
Yeah.
show, baby. Hit it straight through that door. Hit it. There he goes.
You're going to have so many, of those 24-inch trout, and, that scoreboard or the leaderboard is going to change so often.
Right.
It's just going to bring more competition. It's going to keep one or two people from blowing the whole thing out and leaving everybody else behind.
Right. And is it the same in rod and reel where you can enter any category, you can put one fish in?
Yeah, you can only place one fish. Now, if you need to bring, you've got 3 24-inch trout, we'll weigh all 3 of them and take your biggest one.
There you go.
But you can't place more than one fish per category.
Okay.
All right. That's cool.
Did we talk prizes, payouts? What are we doing
Yeah.
here?
It'll all be prizes. There's no cash payouts.
Okay.
We've got some pretty good prizes so far. I've got a couple of Dakota 600s on Travala jigging rods, TLD 25 combo, big prize box from Voodoo, full of Voodoo shrimp, wedge-tail mullet. So it's all going to be big prizes.
Yeah.
And it'll be the same thing on the diving side. Whenever we do travel all over to do these diving tournaments, there's no cash involved. It's
It's always prizes.
It's always prizes.
Yeah.
Is there a reason for that, or just that's how it goes?
That's just how all the diving stuff is. So we wanted to
Continue
bring that to the fishing side here, because as far as I know, there's no other rodeos like that
Give
here in Mississippi that give prizes like that, other than maybe the deep sea fishing rodeo.
But that's so.
But it's So we're trying to stick with what we know and what we like with the diving side and bringing it to the fishing side.
Okay.
But we're gonna have some
killer,
pretty good stuff.
Yeah. Y'all still looking for sponsors too, right?
Yes.
So what do
we've got? We've got one rod and reel category left, and that's the red snapper. And what a prize or what a sponsorship on any of the categories. It's $300. That gets your name on all 3 trophies for that category. First, second, third place trophies, your name will be on it. I forget how many wristbands that get you free beer and food at the rodeo.
T-shirts.
T-shirts.
Yeah. Y'all saw the logo. That shirt's going to be on there.
Okay.
That's a killer shirt.
But on the rod and reel side,
is that dry fit, long sleeve, short sleeve?
Yeah, it will be a dry fit.
Okay.
I believe long sleeve too.
I actually think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had enough.
That's another thing we didn't mention. Y'all got some killer merch. I think saw on your Facebook
We have
page,
some
right? Just for the
guys-
Deep Water Mafia stuff.
Yeah. If you go on
DeepWaterMafia.com.
Okay.
Yes.
DeepWaterMafia.com
Is a t-shirt
or
business.
Deepwater Mafia on Facebook.
Do you get a shirt with registration, or you got to buy
you
it? You get one there.
Yeah, your registration. Whether you do early or late, they get you a free shirt, free food, free beer, and then
come on, where else
enjoy
you
the
gonna get-
party.
It's a good point.
No shit.
Yeah.
Good fun.
Nowadays, I mean, damn. Yeah. that's-
$65.
65 bucks
Yeah.
for a shirt. I mean, a
Right.
shirt's $30,
Yeah.
$25, and then you
Exactly.
get to drink and eat for free.
And eat, that's
Yeah.
a good old jambalaya. I don't know
Yeah.
what we're gonna have, but we're gonna have something.
So it'll be something good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if somebody's business that hears this and wants to take that last slot? What's the best way to do it? Reach out to y'all. How do they get in touch?
Either just send me a Heath or a message on Facebook.
So it's kind of long, but so you have Facebook. You can hit us up on. We have Mafia Madness at DeepWaterMafia.net.
Holy
Right.
moly, y'all need to
Right.
change that.
Say it again. Say it again. I was checking the comments.
So Mafia Madness at DeepWaterMafia.net.
Yep. Mafia
You can,
Madness.
you can email me there. And
Okay.
then we'll get a hold of it.
Okay.
That's
But really, the best way is Facebook.
Facebook.
Or,
To the
Yeah.
Deep Water Mafia page,
yeah,
right?
hit that.
Yeah,
hit
up,
that
and
the
page.
then-
rodeo
Shoot-
page.
shoot
Yeah,
it.
we
shoot a
got
message.
Yeah,
to the
there's
rodeo
two different
page.
ones. So there's Deepwater Mafia Fishing, and then there's
Spearfishing, and
Deep
then there's the
spearfishing.
rodeo.
Yeah,
then there's a
very
rodeo
But
page.
the good thing is we kind of monitor all that. So
Okay,
we
so
have
it'll go to
access.
both of y'all.
Exactly. So
Yeah, and if you have them personally, you can just send them personally.
we have one of y'all's sponsors, Saltwater Fabrication.
yeah,
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 Vincent.
Vincent, yeah,
Sponsors. Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
He's
Absolutely.
he's going to sponsor a dive ladder for the
Vincent's
tournament.
the man.
So let's recap on some of the comments coming through here. We have Michael Fayard said that the lionfish hurts way more than a catfish.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it does, but just general
Yeah.
Just be careful.
Todd said, let's see here. He said, what we do is not recreational scuba diving. It sounds dangerous and can be, but safety is our number one focus.
Todd
So-
is our
That means be y'all safety guy.
Todd's our
He must
safety
be
guy.
y'all's. Yeah.
Look, I love if I had anybody on the boat, I want Todd to be on the boat because I guarantee you I'm coming home alive.
There
He's
you
gonna
go.
save your
There you
life.
go. There you go. Do y'all have a kids division?
Yes.
Okay, so
I thought we already talked about that.
You probably did.
Yeah,
We
we
have
go
a
through the
kids
categories. What's the category?
fishing. We have a kids fishing division.
Category is largest legal fish.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, we did. Go
There's
through that.
no
there's-
no specific
You
species.
can bring in anything.
do
I think
you?
we also talked about. I think it'd be fun to. Well, let's do it on here. Let's have a smallest division too. We have a largest and the smallest division in the kids. We'll have that.
So largest and the smallest
Hey,
pinfish.
I
Yeah,
want to see
largest-
what's creative out there.
How do you
Why
prove
not?
that? It's got to have a hole in it.
No, this is rod
this
and
is
reel.
rod and reel.
Rod
Rod
and
and
reel.
Kids is only
Rod and reel
Okay,
for the
okay.
kids.
Okay, okay.
I'm bringing in a pogey from Ocean
No shit.
Springs.
Hey,
Hey,
I mean,
you have
that's-
your daughter or your son up, that's fine. You bring
Yeah.
them up there.
if
Do
you're gonna get the sponsor for that, we can do that.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, do y'all have a sponsor? Because Mr. Richard Parker is in the comments right now, and he said Bass Tactic will sponsor $300 for the kids.
Boom.
Hey,
There
perfect.
it
So
is.
right there,
We'll
you
take-
got
he,
it.
he can have that smallest
Tell him
category
that.
right there.
Putting it right there. Boom.
Tell
right
him
here.
There it is.
Tell him send me a message on either my personal page or the Mafia Radio
He
page.
tagged his
Yeah.
phone number right here. I
Cool.
won't read it out. It's
We'll
in the
see.
comments, and you can
Okay.
see it on this live stream on Facebook.
Mr.
You can call
Richard's a
him up.
good guy.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
We've
We've done a
streamed-
bunch of tournaments.
we've done a
for
lot of
him.
stuff
Hey,
with
these
him.
kids are our
He's a good
future.
dude.
Yeah.
We,
Yeah.
That's
we,
But that's what
it's
he does. High school bass fishing. So he
Gotcha.
puts on high school
Gotcha.
bass fishing. So he's all about
Christian base too, so
Yeah.
it fits right in line
it.
with what y'all are
Same
doing.
with y'all.
so we're
There you go.
gonna have to get with Kid and get him to redo our flyer.
Hey, that's fine.
Again.
Yeah, that's
Just
fine.
just go through every one of them with a marker.
Yeah.
That's hey. The
But-
first one we put it out for the show, CPS Showdown. We had to go through and change every one of them. 'cause we
It-
screwed
we-
up.
Everything we have done for this rodeo has gone through like
It has.
6 or
That's,
7
dude, that's part of
revisions.
doing it. That's
It
part
is,
of it.
and
Man.
it's-
We talked about it. I just think that's let's see what these kids can come up with. The smallest category.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
it'd be fun.
Work,
It'd be
works
fun
for
either
me.
way.
So yeah, it's just it'll be largest legal fish. It don't matter if it's a Jacksonville, black drum, largest legal fish, and then
Smallest legal fish.
smallest legal
Smallest
fish
legal fish.
Yeah,
by weight.
2-inch Kroger's gonna win it all.
there we go.
A little filler craft.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, what we got?
So David Roberts in the comments here, he's trying to help y'all out. He said you can also contact at deepwatermafia@yahoo.com. So if that's easier to remember too,
Okay,
is that right?
Skip. Oh, Skip. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Skip Roberts.
Yeah, Skip. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There
That's
you
a
go.
whole lot easier.
That's a little easier. Deepwatermafia@yahoo.com. Reach
Okay,
out to
I
him.
like that.
Yeah, I like that one better.
He's our treasurer. What is he? He's the one that
He's
he's our social network guy.
Well, it's
So-
good you got a lot. Y'all got a lot of people out there
We
right
do.
now keeping
Yeah.
y'all straight
Oh,
in the
well.
comment section. So they
Yeah.
helping y'all out.
Yeah,
Thank
y'all
you,
came in here,
guys.
got
Yes.
on that whiskey and beer. Y'all don't know what's
Hey,
going
that's-
on.
Well, they haven't
That's-
said,
that's
they haven't said
normal for us,
anything
though.
wrong. I
Yeah,
will say
yeah,
that they're
you're
just
right.
clarifying. That's
You're
all
right.
it is. They ain't said nothing wrong yet.
I'm ready. I'm ready. It's going to be a good time. I hope
It
so.
is.
It's gonna be a really
and
good
hopefully the
time.
weather's good. I mean, you got 4 days, so hopefully you'll get 1 or 2
and
good
see
days.
that's we just posted. I just posted the list of rules on Facebook on the rodeo page a few days ago, and talking about weather. You got 4 days,
Right.
a 24-hour period in that 4 days with no small craft advisory.
Legal fish.
Tournament
Game on.
rolls on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skip says sexitary is what he is. Sexitary.
That's him. That's him.
He need me to open his magazine again.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. Where if I want to register, I want to do the tournament. Where do I go? Same place?
Hit up Mafia Madness Rodeo on Facebook. That's it
Yeah, and
there.
then I've got the
Is that its
or
own
the-
page? Mafia
yeah,
Madness
yeah,
Rodeo?
Mafia
Yes.
Madness Rodeo.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a Facebook page. That's
Okay.
the rodeo page.
What do you guys
Um,
want to tag that in the comments below? That'd help out for
Yeah.
everybody watching.
To go ahead
Hit
and
it up,
read
secretary.
Yeah.
to go ahead and register. It's Mafia Madness Rodeo on PayPal.
Yeah.
Um,
So
okay.
on PayPal, hit at Mafia Madness Rodeo. Mafia Madness is already gone. I'm sorry. So Mafia Madness Rodeo. Make sure you hit the @ sign, and then you'll see our logo on the shirt.
Yeah.
And then once you know that, you hit that, and then there you go.
And then it'll have Heath Powell's name at the top.
That's
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
And the early
now-
bird, the early bird 65. What's the late
The early
registration fee?
65, and then it'll go to
75.
75.
So we're trying
And
to
see,
get the
that's-
early registration.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to touch on a minute ago. We need people to register.
Yeah.
The more that comes in the more money that comes in for registering, the more money that we're going to spend on
On
prizes
prizes.
for the
Well,
prize
and that too,
tables.
and T-shirts alone. We need to know what we need for shirts.
Yeah.
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 And there's a
There's some
cutoff.
hit or miss.
That's a
There's-
fun game, guys.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
cutoff on the shirts too. If I think it's June 10th. If
Yes.
you're not pre-registered or you're not registered by June 10th,
No
there's
guarantee.
no guarantee
what
of you
size
getting
you're
Because
it.
y'all
gonna
are going to
get.
sell them at the
Yeah.
We
weigh-in.
will
Yeah,
have
we will.
extras there, but
Right.
you know, before June 10th, we'll guarantee you your shirt when you check in.
Your guarantee, your shirt size.
Gotcha.
Is there a captain's meeting?
There will
Yes,
be
there will be. I think we're
um,
talking about the
doing it at Mary Walker, just
I think
hanging
we're- I
out.
think we're talking about doing it at next door, Horn Island Grill.
Is it mandatory?
No, it is not,
Not
mandatory.
mandatory.
We're gonna
We're
try
going
and
to have a Facebook Live.
There you
yeah,
go.
we're gonna try and live stream it. We'll go over the rules.
We know some people that
rules,
could probably do that
and
Yeah.
that,
for
yeah.
you. If
Cool.
you-
Hey, y'all come on. Y'all
Yeah.
welcome.
yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna just do a live. Pretty much just go over the rules. Anybody that wants to come hang out, drink some beers that night,
Yeah.
we'll be there.
Okay.
There'll probably be a pretty good crowd there.
Skip also says deepwatermafia.net for more info. New website should be up
We
over
do
the
have a new
weekend.
website. Yeah,
Yes.
we've
It's-
been working very hard on that website.
That's funny.
Yeah.
We know a guy that can hook you up.
We have a
Yeah.
website, and
Okay.
we've been working with somebody too.
Okay.
But we're trying to revamp that website.
Yeah, it's not
You know?
easy, man. That
No,
stuff
it-
takes
it's
work.
not. And
Yeah.
I've seen your guy, Hilltree, you know.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a good guy.
But we're working with somebody locally that we know too.
Okay.
As well, so.
So the captain meeting's what, Wednesday?
No, it'll be Tuesday.
It'll be
Tuesday. So
night
fishing
before.
Wednesday?
It's Wednesday at 12
Fish,
o'clock.
So
midnight.
12 o'clock at night, you're wide
Game
open.
on. We're going.
Game open.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Yeah.
Night
3 o'clock in
We'll-
the morning. we're out of
We'll
there.
probably be rolling out
Yeah.
about 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
that morning.
See, that's
We're out of
that's my next question. For fishing, you got to get up, you got to play the tide, you got to play the bait. You gotta,
Oh, no time. It's,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
let's
So,
go.
Well,
so
y'all
why
have-
don't y'all sleep in and just go down there and shoot every day?
because we're still
So
making a
it's a
70,
very-
80 mile run.
It's
most
a
of the
very
time.
long
You're right.
day.
You're right.
And if we wait late, we're coming back in at 9 o'clock at night. You
yeah,
know, we want
it's
to get
so
in.
terrible.
And then, just like fishing, we got to clean the fish on top of that. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like
Yeah.
get in early as you can, you know, and take care of all that.
I don't know.
So,
I just hate it.
it's good.
Every time I see that dive flag on the rig, I'm like, gosh.
I had
dang
a
it.
So
question.
here's my thing on that. Okay, so we're concentrating inside the rig. Okay, so we're inside that rig. Those fishes,
We're pushing all the
they're
fish to the
still
outside
scared
of the
of
rig.
You're right.
There you
You're
go.
right.
There you
You're
go.
going
You're right.
outside.
You're right.
You know, so that's kind of my y'all are fishing outside the rig.
Yeah.
You know, and there you go, game
You
on.
you ever tug on anybody's line?
I have.
Have you really?
I have.
I wouldn't have thought you'd be able to see it. I was bullshitting. You
only
really
if
have
no,
not?
that
Only if
was-
they're assholes. out
Yeah.
there.
No,
You got-
I did it to a buddy of mine.
Yeah.
Just take a
We,
jig and hook it
how
to
do
the
you-
rig leg.
Did you see?
No, they fish an old white snapper jig with a pogey on it like everybody does. We pulled up, it was out in FH2 one day.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
we had like 4 boats tied up. You know, I pulled up, tied to the back of those, said, all right, I'm going to dive. I'm swimming around. I'm like, dang, there's a snapper jig bouncing in front of my face. I said, I'm going to go the other way. There's another snapper jig. So, well, I'm going to go back the other way. Finally, I got tired of seeing all the snapper jigs, so I just started grabbing on the line, pulling on it.
I guess you got to be
So-
careful they don't hook you, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it was one of those rare, clear days,
Right,
where
right.
I could see on the bottom.
It happens.
So,
Wait.
so I get, I shot a few fish. I get back up, I climb up my boat, and I'm sitting there taking my stuff off. And I looked over at my buddy's boat. I said, "Hey, one of y'all missed a big fish a minute ago?" And it was my buddy's daughter. He's like, "Yeah."
Oh, I didn't lie.
snatched the
I was like,
rod out
oh,
my
okay,
hand.
yeah.
That wasn't me.
It wasn't me. I don't know anything
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Well, it's you got to be safety aware, especially with divers in the water.
Yeah.
I'm sure all y'all got the dive flags.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of horror stories about people not knowing what those mean,
Yeah.
and just running through the area where divers are.
Yeah, the main thing is just to be conscious. If you see a dive flag, to slow down. You know, simple
Yeah.
as that. Because if you slow down, then
Mhm.
you have enough reaction time.
Yeah, y'all can get out of the way, or
Right.
you know what I mean.
Well, yeah,
Avoid.
they can
avoid.
see us too. On top of that, just don't come flying in. That's all we ask.
Right.
You know, I'm not saying you got can't go around the area. We still want you in the area.
Right.
We treat everybody respectfully.
Yeah.
Right.
Treat us respectfully. We'll treat y'all respectfully.
You mentioned something earlier talking about y'all inside the rig and all that. But when you're diving, going back what you said though about not having to worry about tides and currents, y'all still have to deal with a lot of different
Oh,
tides.
there's
yeah.
currents
At-
down there.
at levels, right?
Currents.
Different levels
Yeah,
of-
we definitely have
Current.
currents.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah, you said
Me-
tide.
Some
I'm
of
thinking
them,
currents.
some
I'm
of them
sorry,
we call Superman currents. It's
Yeah.
like you're holding on the rig leg and you're out like Superman, just flying
Like
You know,
that.
it's
so what do you
crazy.
do if you weren't? In other words, you're going down the water column,
Mhm.
right? It's like it's not a problem, not a problem, not a problem. Holy shit, it's a problem.
No.
Getting worse, getting
it's,
worse.
usually
it's
the top-
opposite. The
it's
top,
usually
the
top
top
20.
is where the current is.
Yeah.
Okay.
The deeper you go, the current will break.
Now I've been into it 100 all the way to 100 feet. In
Yeah.
current, But
And it never
What-
broke until
what
you
do
got to 100. Is what you're saying?
You just
Yeah.
add more weights, or how does that work?
You just hold on to the
I
rig.
hope you make it
try to
down.
break that 20 feet, and when we go off the boat, we roll straight down. We don't come up and lollygag. We go straight down and get past that 20 feet, and then usually you're pretty good.
Okay.
Venice is a different animal, because the way the water flows it's just
around the
crazy.
mouth of the river.
It's
We-
Yeah,
crazy.
'cause
Oh, I
you got
bet.
currents
I
going
bet.
It's
everywhere.
crazy.
2 years ago, Held Divers Rodeo,
Mhm.
they were having to drop me and Heath like 75 yards
Yeah.
up current of the
Seriously.
rig. As
And
soon
that's
as
usually
we
don't
would
do
hit,
that.
as soon as we would hit the water, we would swim down. By the time we hit 20 foot, we were blowing through the rig.
Holy
So what's the
And it's-
what's the protocol there? Just say, for instance, not that particular situation. You go down,
The protocol is don't dive it.
Yeah,
don't dive it.
but-
Yeah, okay. But what I mean, if you get pulled off the rig, you can't fight it, right? You just go with it and surface
No,
it and wave.
Your best bet is come straight to the surface.
Right.
We have these safety sausage markers, and we blow them up.
Okay.
They're usually 4 to 6 foot tall, and that way somebody can
The
see.
boat will see.
Okay,
you.
so the boat comes
hopefully
picks you
your
up.
boat.
But
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
swimming.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
swimming.
Exactly. Yeah.
The boat will come pick you up and then haul you back
But
up,
it's
the
current,
same rodeo,
back
huh?
up current of the rig
Yeah.
and try again.
That same
Yeah.
rodeo I was talking about, we were at the weigh-in, and then they were just finding not the diver in the rodeo, but there was a diver that was swept
got
off.
blew
He
out
got,
of a
he got
rig.
blew off about 2.5 miles, and thankfully we got
Holy
notification. They found him.
moly.
I think he was missing
Yeah.
about.
2 miles?
I think he was missing 3 or 4 hours.
yeah.
Now,
something like
what
that.
you reckon? Like, so in other words, he gets swept off the rig. Did he not pop up soon enough?
I'm assuming that's what happened.
Maybe he tried to fight it too long, and the next thing you know,
Yeah.
by the time he
If
did,
you-
nobody
By
could
the
see
time
him.
he come up,
Yeah.
nobody on the
when
boat
you're dropped
saw
down,
him.
you don't see
Yeah.
anything. It's like, all
And see,
right,
there's no
get
way
back
to
up.
communicate, right? They don't
There
even
is
know
not.
that he's not
Mm-mm.
okay, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But is there a buddy system, right, where you would say, "Hey,
Yeah.
Marcus
So-
is not next to me. I need to go."
Me and him dive
supposed to.
a lot together.
Yeah.
We're good buddies. We know how each other dive.
Yeah.
And so
Any rodeo, me and Heath are diving side by side.
Tag team
And is that-
champions of the world.
right? I would have I would have belts.
Yeah, I'm on-
I'd
it
have
don't-
belts.
You know, it don't matter. You know, he's got in a little bit of a bind before.
Oh,
I've gotten a little bit of a bind before.
Well, I mean, it's,
When we dive together so much, you know, as soon as something happens, I can turn to look for Heath, and he's already helping
There.
with whatever I
Yeah.
need. Yeah.
Yeah, is
I mean,
it
just that peace of mind.
right?
I shot a big amberjack a couple years ago, and
That was that same Held Average rodeo.
it was kicking my ass. I mean, that's
Yeah.
another way to put it.
Yeah.
Right.
I was just hanging on, and just knowing he was there though,
Yeah.
was just a peace of mind. Because
yeah.
also on diving, you also have a buddy breather.
Yes.
Line too. Knowing that, as well, because if you run out of air, your buddy's there. Simple
Yeah.
as that.
Absolutely.
So,
What do you do to help? Again, no, I ain't never dove
Mhm.
before in my life. What do you do? Are you trying to help him stay on the rig, literally by
That
grabbing and
means-
holding him?
For the rodeos that we dive, doing competition diving, he has to land that fish unassisted.
yes.
If I help him in any way, that
Like,
fish,
that means even just touching him,
Yes.
not
Right.
pulling the fish in.
Yeah, yeah.
but once it gets, we compete.
You can
But-
judge when it's
But
time
whenever whenever it gets that time, hey, it's time to cut that fish loose, time to do whatever.
Right,
When that time comes, that fish don't matter no more.
right. It's
Right.
life. It could
It's
be
like-
life or death.
Prime,
Could be.
prime
So-
example. A couple months ago, we were diving amberjack right before it closed. Me and a buddy of mine, Pirate, we call him.
Yeah.
He's
It's cool. That's a killer diving
That's a
name.
sweet
yeah.
name.
So
yeah.
he's
I wanna be
actually-
pirate.
he's one of the founders of Deep Water Mafia.
Yeah, he was the very first president.
He was the president.
Yeah. Who
So-
else would it be?
Right.
Right? Exactly. So
Won't be
me,
Jim.
me
It's
and
gotta be
him
pirate.
were diving together. We were at 207 feet exactly. I remember.
Way too deep. Keep going.
I agree with it. He shot a big
don't do what we
amberjack.
do.
Yeah.
He was every bit 95 pounds. I mean, he was a big amberjack. He was shooting. He was
Stud.
holding on, and he was hell bent on getting this amberjack. You only have, like I said,
I was just fixing to say
4
4
minutes.
minutes.
4
Yeah.
minutes.
exactly.
Yeah.
So then we were out of time, and at 207 feet, you have less than that.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
probably a little
Yeah.
less than that.
So I got my knife. I cut his line. I said, "Let's go." Simple as that.
How pissed was he?
He was pretty hot, but when he got back to the boat,
He would have died.
Well, because you get in that
it probably
zone.
it probably took a good 45 minutes, and he said, "I appreciate what you did."
because you get in the zone, right? It's
Exactly,
like
yeah,
adrenaline's kicking in. You're only focused on the fish. You'll blow past 3-4 minutes, whatever. I'm assuming, right,
Yeah.
and not even know it.
Yeah.
And then once your heartbeat gets up, you're blowing through oxygen. Like that.
Yeah. So it's imperative to have a dive buddy. You always
Absolutely.
want a dive buddy.
A
out
good
there.
one.
Exactly. Yeah. A good dive buddy. That's someone that you trust your life with, because that's what it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like it, man.
Yeah.
What have we not touched on, fellas? I think we went through the tournament pretty good. We can send them to the Facebook page, Deep Water Mafia or Deep Water Mafia Rodeo on Facebook. Register on PayPal as well at Deep Water Mafia Rodeo.
Mafia Madness Rodeo.
I screwed it up.
I
tried. I tried my hardest. I got two out of the three.
It's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
The more people that early register, the better prizes we're going to have.
Very true.
And that's
shoot that date off again so people know too.
January 22nd through the 25th.
There you go.
You don't have to be part of the club. Anybody can fish.
Open it anybody in the Gulf of Mexico.
Save that $10 and get registered. I think you said before May, right? So date in May.
Sometime like that.
Yeah, we want to be specific. We don't know. We don't have it right now.
Yeah, there it is.
I love it. Okay, hey gentlemen, thank y'all so much for stopping by and talking
killer
to us.
Show, man.
We're gonna get certified probably within the next 30 years. I would assume.
We're gonna win at novice.
Hey, get Jerry here next time.
Yes.
We're gonna win at novice tournament
and then
next year.
Joey and I are gonna come there and destroy the small. If you'll do a small category in the novice division, we will destroy
in Back Bay. If you do a Kroger category in Back Bay, we'll destroy.
I'll shoot a shrimp. I'll bring it in for you.
Look, y'all got to do it. Y'all got to come with us. Get certified. Come dive with us one time.
I know.
But I'm not going 200 feet.
No,
we won't take.
You hit these rigs out here. It's incredible.
It's that same. We'll be diving a rig in 500-600 foot of water. You ain't got to go deep.
You can go 30 foot.
The most life you're going to see is in the top 60 feet.
Yeah,
I would be hugging on to you like this.
I want to
swim, Marcus. Swim.
Y'all got to do it, and y'all got to come with us.
We'll do it. We'll film it. We'll do it. We'll film it.
There's a World War II German submarine off the coast of North Carolina that I've watched a ton of videos on. And I would love.
There's a lot.
The one that John Chatterton found.
I think so. I'm not 100%. It's all picked over now, and it's not, but in about 100 and something foot of water, maybe 200 max. No, it's not deep at all. That's why it's like so. Everybody goes to it because it's super shallow. It was sunk by a Coast Guard ship, so that'll tell you something there. Nothing against Coast Guard, but they don't go far out. Yeah, they don't go far out. But anyway, so we want to do it, man, and we'd love for over in D'Iberville to get them guys to come on the show.
Jerry's already in. He's a busy man.
And to get certified through them. So
especially right now in summertime.
No doubt.
His best time is get them in winter.
In winter where nobody's doing it.
Few of us are down.
Yeah, we'll film it. We'll make a video out of it too. Boom. So, gentlemen, thanks for stopping by. Keep doing what you're doing. And if y'all want to jump back on, anything you need us to share or a link or something, tag us in it, and we will kick it out to the Brownwater community. So, everybody on the live stream, we appreciate y'all watching. We got we're gonna try to do better at promoting it before we do it, and not just go live within 10 minutes. But we're probably gonna screw that up.
We don't really do it.
Y'all keep listening on the podcast, on the audio as well, and we'll keep doing these, man. It's been a blast, and we'll see y'all